What's up YouTube, it's your boy Josiah Mendoza back with another video, and in this video I would just like to talk about the title of this video, share my opinions and certain people's opinions, about this whole concept of reality. So I wrote down some notes here in my handy dandy notebook, and I also have my laptop right behind me here. So I'll be drawing to them, looking to them a lot in this video. So if you guys see me looking down, it's because of that. So without further ado, before I continue, like and subscribe this video. I don't do that much at the beginning of my videos. So if you enjoy my journey and everything that I'm posting here, remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into this video. So the question of what is reality? For some, reality may be what we see, what we can hear, what we can touch, what we can taste, and what we can smell. So basically the five senses. As well as that, some believe it's what we can see and what we can think and comprehend / understand. However, there are some who believe in different realms, dimensions, and life after death. These people also believe that on earth there are spiritual battles between good spirits and evil spirits. So basically, God and his angels versus the devil and his demons. They believe that this is constantly going on among us in our daily lives. Everyday routines, going to work, going to school. This battle is constantly being fought. Then there are some who believe in dualism, monism, the other one is slipping my mind, idealism, I believe. Don't quote me on the idealism, but dualism, monism, and there are also some who believe that we are all spiritual creatures living in physical bodies. And there may be hundreds of other beliefs, hundreds of more, I'm sure. Now, getting back to the question, what is reality? I just said all that to set the ground basis of what different ideas and beliefs people have out there. But we're still at the question, what is reality? Perception is the maker of reality. So the definition of perception, the second definition of perception, means the way in which someone is regarded, understood, or interpreted. Now I just want to focus on that last word in the definition of perception, interpreted / interpretation. So I just want to focus on that word. Remember the definition. Perception is the way in which someone is regarded, understood, or interpreted. So let's just focus on interpreted for a while. So I just want to use an example here. Remember, we're still on the topic. We just took a little detour and we're diving into this word here now. So let's use an example, right, of two people who got in a car accident. And person A a car accident that almost took their life, a really, really bad car accident, okay? And person A may say, wow, I was really lucky. I almost lost my life in this accident, boy. I was really, really lucky that I didn't lose my life. While person B or person 2 may say, um, he may say to himself that, wow, God was slowing me down. My life was really been has really been all over the place lately. I really been neglecting my parents. I really been like neglecting the ones I love lately, etc., etc., etc. Now these two people had the same experience, but completely different interpretations of it. I think we could all agree on that. So if we agree on this, then we can also say that the the complicity, something as complicated and as complex as life, has many, many, many different perceptions. No, sorry, wrong word. Different perspectives and interpretations. You know. So life in its, when you just think about life, you know, like if we just stop and just think about life, life is like a roller coaster. I'm sure a lot of you all heard already. You know, so it's full, like I just said, it's full of different perspectives and interpretations of it, you know. So the question on what is reality? What is reality? It's really subjective to the person who's living life, you know. Um, However we perceive life is how we perceive reality, you know. Now, I find myself asking a lot when I was getting into this. I find myself pondering a lot on the question more. I found another question arise, which is the question of how does our upbringing shape our reality? Now, that was kind of striking out to me alongside when I was coming up with all what I just said prior. How we perceive life is how we perceive our reality, right? So, I just jumping all over the place in this video, like most of my videos. Y'all already know how I go. So, the question of how does our upbringing shape our reality? Parents and environments all have a big part to play in the shaping of our realities. Conditioning and programming start from a young age. Conditioning and programming from our guardians or parents. That's what I should have probably specified. That's what I was specifying there. Um, However, even before that, we are conditioned by our environments. Um, and right, so I just want to read this little on this topic here. Now that as we jump in around here, I got this quote from the internet, from the web. So this is not my quote, but just a little bit more about our environments, right? There are several environmental variables that have an effect on our perception or our interpretations. So you see those two words came back again, you know. Or on what we see, Okay, so sorry, let me start that over. I kind of stop. Um, there are several environmental variables that have an effect on our perception or our interpretations of what we see. We receive central sensory information differently from everyone else. So everyone, yeah, that's that. There. Which is influenced by those things that make us different from others: our mood, our age, health, and sleep, and stuff like that, etc. You know. So, what this statement basically tells me is that our environment programs us the same way that our parents do, conditioning conditioning us from a young age to think and perceive the world the way we do. So just jumping around here, this information is to be kept in mind when trying to figure out who we are or answer the question, what makes me me? You know? Hope I'm not going too fast here. I hope y'all grasping where I'm getting at here. Sometimes I like to keep in mind always, also, just for balance, this quote I heard. You know yourself by the things you do and by the things you don't do. Remember always you still have the choice to choose who you are, you know? So with all this information, just keep in mind that quote. You know yourself by the things you do and by the things you don't do. Okay? We have the ability to choose, you know. However, you must always keep in mind the thought patterns and the thoughts that came from your conditioning slash programming, and try to identify them constantly. Always self-reflect, always find silence and ponder on yourself, always self-analyze, and try to track your habitual thoughts to know yourself better and to grow. Other things you could do are assess your self-esteem, keep track of your moods, write down what you were thinking, evaluate the thinking patterns, well, I kind of just said that one. Examine your ego, etc., 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 things like this. So, if you truly want to know yourself, okay, these are certain things that you could, try on the day to day, and just try and, you know, to know yourself better. So, there's a few examples that I think we all should practice, because in this age, there's so much different things to make us forget who we are, and take us away from our own complex brain and life, our own complex life. So I think we all should always try to do this on the daily. It's just healthy. Every single human being, no matter how old they are, so always self-analyze, take a self-esteem test, write down your thoughts and what you be thinking, evaluate your thinking patterns, try and see what came from conditioning, try and escape your habitual thoughts, it's a constant battle that I feel like everyone could fight, themselves, it's like every individual. I'm sure y'all heard someone out there say once before in your lives that we all fighting our own demons. We're all fighting, our own problems or whatever. And this is like part of it, Doing these things is like helping helping fight those things, It's like it's always better to know yourself, and I always encourage people to do it. You know. Um, so yeah, start your journey now. If this video is helpful, um, like and subscribe. I'm trying to do a little more long content, longer videos, as y'all can see nowadays. As I gain more knowledge, I'll share more, you know. Um, so yeah, without further ado, I'm out. It's your boy Josiah Mendoza. Peace.